Well, you may know my guest today from shows like Dancing with the Stars and Entertainment Tonight. Samantha Harris is an Emmy Award-winning journalist, TV host, and now a certified health coach. As a way to celebrate 10 years of being cancer-free, my friend is launching a new podcast. Yeah, right? Go ahead and clap for that. Yeah. Is launching a new podcast, Your Healthiest Healthy, the podcast audience. Give it up for Samantha Harris. Hi, love.
Oh, this is so fun to be with you in person.
I'm so glad. We've been DMing, and I'm glad to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of podcasts, a lot of things to talk about,
yeah.
a lot of topics you can't do in a podcast.
Right,
What
right.
was a lot of things you could be doing?
Yes.
What made you want to do this?
You know, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014, there didn't seem to be one sort of action plan out there for how I could mitigate a future recurrence or other diseases. So I wrote the book, Your Healthiest Healthy, after doing a lot of research and realizing it's what you put in, on, and around your body that really affects your overall well-being, turns on or leaves off certain DNA strands that lead to all chronic diseases. And so I started then Your Healthiest Healthy community, which is a membership-based community. And I thought, you know, I want to reach more people. I have so much wonderful insight and I want to share. So this really was just the best way to get the word out there. So it alternates between solo coaching sessions and guest experts.
Do you like doing it?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I love it.
It's a great, podcasts are fun. It's a different art to do those.
It is a different art. You know, here's the thing though, I should really just be doing it where I'm in my like jammies or my workout clothes with no makeup and just doing it audio only. But of course, I'm so used to being on TV, so I have to Zoom record it with video and I still have to put makeup on.
Right?
I'm like, what am I doing? Right?
It is the irony of podcasts, because now what I always laugh, I'm like, now podcasts all have to be recorded. That was the good thing about radio and podcasting. You could do it naked if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, now at least from here, they're like,
Oh, this audience, they're,
I've been listening backstage, and this audience is off the hook today.
They're the people on the flight that you know are fun, that they're on their way to Vegas. Yeah. Let's talk about. We clap for congratulations, 10 years.
Thank you.
10
today.
years.
Today I celebrate 10 years from being cancer-free, which was the day of my double mastectomy in 2014. And I went through, that was just going right into my mastectomy. I didn't know what my future was going to be. My daughters were 3 and 6 at the time. My husband there at my side at every moment. My sister, who lives here in Minneapolis, who I'm staying with, was there at the hospital as well. They slept overnight. They took turns. I was there for 5 nights. And it was quite a challenging time. I had 3 surgeries in 2014. And now I am stronger, healthier, more fit, more energetic than I have ever been from all the lifestyle changes that I have made since.
What do you get asked the most about because through the community, now through the podcast, when you get a DM or you get a message, is there a theme? What is that?
It's oftentimes, what can I do with my nutrition or with my products I'm putting on my body? So here you are on a TV show every day, as I was every day.
Yeah.
We sit in the makeup chair. We're being shellacked with these chemical bombs of carcinogens and endocrine disruptors and neurotoxins in the products, because the brands, the big brands, unfortunately don't have our best interest at heart. I don't think they knowingly, or well, knowingly maybe, I don't think they want to cause harm, but unfortunately, layer after layer, with skin as our biggest organ, we are absorbing all of these harmful chemicals, parabens, phthalates, dioxanes, all of these things I honestly didn't know anything about these things.
Yeah.
And I started to investigate, and I realized this is part of it. It's what you put in your body with your nutrition, what you put on your body, your skincare, your makeup, your personal care, your shave cream, all of those things. And then it's what you put around your body. So not just cleaning supplies, but also toxic people, dealing with stress. Are you getting enough sleep? Oh, well, do we have some toxic people in our lives, right?
Samantha, is there a spray to get rid of the toxic people? Because I would really like that spray. Yeah.
I will start to develop that. I think that's a good idea.
I'll invest.
Okay, perfect. I've got my first investor, you guys.
Yeah, no. No, we have about a minute in this segment. We're going to stick around, but other than what people have asked you, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned?
I've learned that we are in even more control of our well-being and our future health outcomes than we may even realize. You know, we might say, oh, well, a parent had diabetes or another relative had cancer, so I guess I'm just destined to have it as well. And the bottom line is, no, you are not your genes. You are so much more than what your genetic makeup is, but it is influenced by the epigenetics of it. So that's how our lifestyle choices, our habits, and our environment impact whether or not those certain things turn on or off in our body. So how we sleep, how we stress or deal with it, how we add nutrients into our body, nutrient density, not the standard American SAD diet.
Yeah.
Are we moving our body? And are we dealing with, all of these different elements and getting the toxic chemicals out of our products?
I know we have to break, but really quick,
Yeah.
we're not sleeping right, are we? You touched on sleep. We do not know how to sleep, do we?
No, it's
a huge thing, isn't it?
Especially with the devices and all the blue light coming at us. Our circadian rhythms are off, so we have to dim the lights an hour or two before bed. Stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. We don't want to digest while we're sleeping. Our body
Does that include Little Caesar's Crazy Poops? More with Samantha when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. We featured them yesterday. Welcome back with my buddy Samantha Harris. Well, okay, you know us. I mean, we'll cover serious stuff like we just did, but I can't have Samantha here, who has interviewed so many people, so many celebrities without asking a couple questions about it. So I mean, we're a goofy show. We had some serious stuff. Now it's time for the fun. Okay, we're gonna play first impressions. Okay. Because again, let me repeat, if you just tuned in, put your laundry down. Samantha, when did you do ET? Remind me.
I was at Entertainment Tonight. I interned there in college, and then 10 years later, so I was back there. Gosh, I don't know. It was a lot of years ago.
Okay, here we go. Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
Okay, so Johnny Depp, they were doing Pirates of the Caribbean, and I waited. It was a press junket, and we waited and waited for 4 hours for Johnny to show up. And we're getting more frustrated and angry. Like, you're almost getting just annoyed. It's unprofessional.
And you're Entertainment Tonight.
And we're Entertainment Tonight. For God's sake. Gosh sake, sorry. So I forgot. I'm in Minnesota. Hold on.
It's all right.
I got to get back into my accent.
It's all right. Yeah. I'll get the emails. It's fine. I don't care. Yeah.
Born and raised here, but here's the. So then 4 hours we're waiting. Johnny walks into the room, and he takes his time to introduce himself to every single person in the room. Our audio guys, our lighting guys, because we had a huge crew, our cameramen, our producer, every single person. Amazing. So bottom line is, we're like, oh, we love Johnny.
Yeah.
He's fabulous.
That's nice, though.
He was great.
Because you know as well as I do, that ain't normal.
No,
that ain't normal.
That is not normal. That is great.
Hugh Jackman.
Okay, so totally my favorite guy ever. If I ever had a girl, crush, right? So we had a great interview, and when this interview was done, he stood up, and I love a man who can be Wolverine and a song and dance man with jazz hands.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just, I'm a Broadway girl. This is here in Minnesota when he did his tour. I got to bring my kids to meet him, which was so fun, and my niece as well. So excited. After the interview, this is my daughter, right after she got to meet him. She's probably gonna be so embarrassed I showed that picture. But here's the fun thing. After my interview with him, he twirled and dipped me. Oh yes. Oh, yes. No, it was great. It was so fun.
Okay, speaking of a good-looking man, final one, Tom Cruise.
All right, this is a story. I'll try
to.
Is
that your engagement photo? Look at that.
So here's the great. So what you don't see is that we are on the back of a Ducati. I'm on the back of a Ducati, my motorcycle with him. We were in Seville, Spain. I know this is kind of getting better, right? Every time. My favorite interview of all time. So basically, I was supposed to get in a car with Cameron Diaz, which I did. She's supposed to take me through the streets and then spin out, and Tom Cruise gets there and escorts you out of the car. We're supposed to chit chat. I'm supposed to get in the chase vehicle, and then he's supposed to get on the Ducati, and we're supposed to go through the streets of Seville, like a pseudo chase scene. But I say, Tom, could I just sit on the Ducati? I've never been on a motorcycle. He says, sure. I get on the Ducati. I almost tipped the whole thing over on him. That was scary. Yeah, I rode horses before, never motorcycles. If you know the difference, you don't get on the same way. Anyhow, so I get on the motorcycle, and then he gets on in front of me. And I take the quick selfie that you just saw, and then he says, Okay, hold on. So I wrap my arms around, and what I say in my brain is, oh my God, your abs. Except I said it out loud. And my husband back in LA heard it and saw it while it was airing on TV. I got a phone call that night.
Samantha Harris, everyone. Subscribe to her podcast, Your Healthiest Healthy, right there. Get it wherever you get your podcast, and follow Samantha on Instagram, Samantha Harris TV. One more time from my buddy. We'll be right back in a moment. Thank you, love. Oh my God. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it so much.
It's so fun.
No, thank you.